Right.
Okay, good. Yes.
So would you tell?
Bodyguards.
So you're saying at this point you're not doing it. You're not pointing the gun. None of you three? All right. I don't want you to look at each other. I want you to just look at me. And I want you to raise the gun up when you believe in this scenario you would actually point the gun. Okay? So I've got the knife. Or are you shooting somebody over there?
I'm getting ready. Now, bang,
Okay,
bang,
stop.
bang.
When? Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Right there?
Yep.
But you two are back here. You're back here.
Are you
No,
running?
I was aiming.
Would any of you shoot? No. Would you shoot here? No. Would you shoot here?
Yes.
You'd shoot here.
Yes.
You'd shoot.
Because the time for you to run up and knife me is maybe 3 seconds.
Okay. So you would wait until right there.
Yes.
You ever seen me run?
Well, I said 3 to 5 seconds. I don't know how fast you can get up here, but I would start there.
Okay. Why don't you come down here? Come on down. Just you, yeah, right here. Right here. You got it? All right, so you're saying you would do it about this distance? Come right up here. He's like, duck. She says duck. You gonna shoot? Get back. Is there anyone who disagrees that this is waiting way too long? Waiting way too long. Be there in a half a second? All right, so go ahead and just talk to the group. Tell them about, I know you don't have a mic, just talk loud. Put the gun in your pocket. Tell them a little bit about.
Mike Demian from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Used to be the second steel capital of the United States. And eventually...
What are you doing? You're going for your gun. Are you scared of something?
I'm feeling my buddy. So it has eventually turned into bang.
You thought that one shot do me in?
No.
No?
No.
How long did it take me to clear that? That was probably a good 30 feet from the middle of the aisle to here. How long did that take me? Maybe a second and a half. Maybe.
I know it wouldn't have stopped you.
Right. It may not have, unless you get me in the computer.
Right.
It's probably not going to stop me right away.
Exactly.
And that's also part of learning how to handle the firearm, is learning what kind of injuries will do what. An individual that's shot in the chest, even in the heart, still probably has another 20 seconds left in them. A person that's shot in other areas can go for much longer.
Well, if I hit you in the pelvis, I could have.
You hold on.
You. Yeah.
So right here, let's assume that he shoots me here.
Only
thank
because
you.
I would have a clear shot and not endanger the other people.
Okay. But you're saying you would have pointed the gun here, not necessarily there.
Right.
Right? And what I'm suggesting is, what I'm trying to get across here is the amount of time it takes to cover ground. I had a friend.
I understand that.
I have a friend of mine who was an Army Ranger, and he was involved in a criminal case in Germany where an individual was being prosecuted for shooting somebody who came after him with a knife. And the distance was in the 20-foot area when this person ultimately shot. And so they actually put together a film, a documentary showing how long it takes a person to cover that type of ground. And of course, you always hear about the 21-foot rule. I mean, that's happening like that. They brought this piece of evidence into court, and the individual was ultimately acquitted for doing what he did. What the prosecution was trying to do was persuade the jury that at that distance, a person is not being confronted with deadly force if this is all that's in their hand. And so I think you saw here, you cover a lot of ground. It's something to think about if you're going to carry a firearm. What weapon are they using? And if they're using a knife, how long does it take to cover that ground? I mean, from back there, as far as I'm concerned, where the camera is, he would be justified in at least threatening. Right? Here's why I would say not shoot. What happens if he were to shoot?
Well,
if somebody here gets shot, if somebody gets shot, what happens?
That's why when I saw you coming running, by the time you made the turn, I'd point. By the time you took the next step, you'd be shot.
You would have shot me here?
No, when you made the turn.
So you would have shot me here?
No, I would have pointed there.
When would you have shot me if I'm coming at you with a gun? Tell me at what point you would have shot me. I'm coming at
the next couple of steps. Bang, bang.
Right here.
Yeah.
And you would have got me?
I would have hoped to have gotten you.
And what if you miss me? What if you miss me and kill these people?
I'm sorry.
And from that distance, hitting you in the center of mass, he's still going to hit somebody back there because that round's probably going to go through you.
Well,
so in Arizona, we have a statute on the books that says you may be justified, but if you are reckless in the application of that deadly force, that's no defense. If you are reckless, sorry, you may end up doing time. So this is one of those scenarios.